this is the first of the ab workouts. It's 15 minutes long and it's all the variations of the one move, which is a crunch. Before we start, I want to do something called what we call ab set activation, which is where you really learn to activate the abdominal muscles here. Start by putting your hands just below your belly button and have a little cough. As you cough, you should find that those tummy muscles lock in. Try and keep that position and then take your hands behind your head, ready to start. So we're going to lift up about 20-30 degrees off the floor and then back down. So lift up and lower. Lift and lower. And then once you've got it, just start to go a little bit faster. Up and back. Lift. Now you see that Amanda's elbows aren't coming forwards, they're in line with the side of her head. That's it, and she's breathing out on the way up. That's it. Now her neck's in line and she's not bringing her neck too far forward. It's really important that you keep that nice straight line. Always try and think about pulling the lower tummy muscle into the floor, into the spine. So lifting up. If your neck hurts, try putting the tongue in the roof of your mouth, which will help to relax part of your neck. But you'll see that Amanda has her fingers lightly behind her head, not really holding on, but just a little bit of support. So just keep that going, about 20-30 degrees off the floor. As you can see, the wind has picked up, and we're going to change the move, lifting the toes off the floor. Same thing with the upper body, but just the lower body, the toes are lifted. Lift and lower, that's it, lift and lower. Now, for some of these moves, we will be in time with the music, but because it is windy, and also because we want to make sure Amanda's doing it properly, you may find some of them are a little bit slower. It's really important that you get these moves right, rather than in time with the music. So just keep coming up, shoulder blades are coming off the floor, and we're focusing on making the area between the hips and the rib cage smaller. So squeezing here, we're contracting these muscles. Okay? Remember in the squat section we talked about your bum muscles being like a bath sponge filled with water and squeezing the water out of the sponge when you were in the squat at the top. Now I want you to do this with your tummy muscles. So squeeze, try and imagine that you're getting rid of all the water in that sponge by squeezing those muscles together. Okay, we're going to change now and put the toes down and the heels up. So lift and lower, lift and lower, lift, and just varying this foot position is going to change the way that we work the muscles in the ab region. That's it. Still focusing on getting those areas here smaller, contracting the muscles, keeping the elbows back. Now, if at any point you don't like these variations on the feet, just put your feet flat down on the floor. So lift and lower. Good. And you should find you're feeling all the way down the centre of your tummy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought Amanda was asleep then. No chance. Her eyes are closed. She's enjoying this so much, her eyes are closed. That's it. Lift and down. Working at your own pace and your own tempo if you need to. So just keep that going. Couple more. Good stuff. Nearly there. Good, try and go a little bit higher in the last few. And release. Okay, now what I want you to do is lift your legs into a tabletop position. You want about 90 degrees here. So same thing, lift and lower, lift and down. Now for some of you, taking your legs off the floor may hurt your lower back. So if that's the case, either do one foot on the floor and one foot up, and then change halfway through, or just put your feet back on the floor and repeat the move. Otherwise, legs up. And just drop your feet down. You want a nice flat line here. And to make it harder, take the knees out so they're right above your hips. Can you feel the change in that?
Certainly can.
Lift. She's trying to put her legs back in. To make it easier, bring them really close in. That's it. So try and keep them there. That's it. Good stuff.
Push that belly button down towards the floor.
Really imagine that we're trying to push, thumping that tummy right into the floor. That's it. Elbows still back. That's it, good. Now all we're going to do now is take the legs up to the air. So lift and down. Lift. Now Amanda's legs are quite straight. some of you will be able to get them really straight. Others, you may just have to have your legs bent. But just aim at getting those footprints to the sky. That's it. All the way up, all the way down. Thinking about that bath sponge, squeezing the water out to those muscles. Breathing out on the way up and in on the way down. How you feeling?
I'm in the zone.
She's zoning out. Zoning in, hopefully. That's it, good. If you can't do a minute of these, then just do 30 seconds, take a rest, and then do some more when you're ready. That's it, good. Keep it going. Nearly there. A little bit more. She's smiling. I can see her smiling. That's it, good. We're nearly there, just a couple more. Good, just keep that tongue in the roof of your mouth. And release. Now you can relax your hands by your side, but your legs are still up in the air. And we're going to do a reverse curl. Now Amanda's going to do an impression of a really bad reverse curl, which is where you swing your legs forward and backwards. And I see this all the time. The reverse curl is literally taking your legs off the floor and down, a slight angle. So about a minute of these. So you're lifting up and down. The best analogy I can give you on this is to imagine that I've cut your legs off and you're trying to use your lower tummy muscles to tilt your pelvis towards you and lift it off the floor. Just small movement. And if you can, even slower. So you squeeze up and then slowly bring it down. Up and slowly bring it down. You don't have to rush them. That's it. Can you feel that all across your lower tummy?
I can.
That's what you want. You want to feel this one more across the bottom section of your tummy. That's it, good. A few more. And you'll find as you progress, your legs will naturally start dipping forward. So just try and keep them up if you can.
Also, make sure your palms are facing upwards. You're not grabbing onto the ground.
Yeah, the danger is to put your hands down and literally pushing the floor down to lift yourselves up. You don't want to do that either. Nice and controlled. Okay, now we're going to combine a crunch. You can rest your legs in between. We're going to combine a crunch and a reverse curl. So your hands need to be by the side of your head. And we're going to do 4 crunches and then 4 curls. Okay, so lift and down. 3 to go. 2, 1. Now reverse curls for 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 crunches. 4, 3, good. 2, 1. 4 reverse curls. 4, 3, 2. Now 2 crunches. So 2, 1, 2 curls. 2. This is where it starts hurting. And again, 2 crunches.
I'm still smiling.
Good, 2 curls. Okay, this is going to hurt. We're going to do 1 of each. Crunch, down, reverse, back. Crunch and squeeze. Really important that your lower tummy stays to the floor. Lift and down. Crunch. Good, give me 2 more. And release. Right, we're going to take a break out of the crunch section for just a second. Amanda's going to go onto her hands and knees. And just to give your neck a bit of a rest before we go back to the rest of the variations. So what we're going to do, you don't want to see Amanda's G-banger. Okay, back nice and flat. You're going to take your opposite arm and your opposite leg out in front of you. And you're going to try and keep your tummy in and your hip nice and steady. After a few seconds, you're going to change sides. So just change. That's it. And again, you naturally will start to rotate. So just try and imagine that I'm there, just trying to straighten out your back a little bit. Really lengthen out the arms and legs as much as you can. And change. So the other side. Every time trying to get an extra inch in your moves, pulling the tummy in and thinking about working this section here. And the other side. Good. This is kind of a Pilates move, so it's really good for getting that core strength. But as I say, it's a nice change from the crunches to give your upper body a rest. Other side. You can speed these up as well, so you can do a couple of seconds and then change. Couple of seconds and then change. Couple of seconds and release. Okay, back onto your backs now for the second half of the crunch section. We've only got 7 minutes to go. This is a rope crunch. Amanda nearly swore then. There'll be forfeits in a minute. What I want you to do is imagine that you've got a big, heavy rope in front of you. You're lying in quicksand and you need to get yourself out. So using your arms and an imaginary rope, we're going to try and pull up. So start with the right, going 3, 2, 1 and down. Now left, left, right, left and down. Right, left, right and down. Left, right. Don't worry if it's not in time with the music either. So you keep going. Now when I teach this when I'm out here, I always get the girls to pretend that Brad Pitt or some really good-looking guy is standing there above you and you're just holding and pulling that rope. But as most good-looking guys are really stupid, the rope starts to move side to side. So as this guy, the really good-looking but stupid guy, starts to move the rope as you're trying to get out the quicksand, you've got to start working across as well. Our girls love it. They find it funny. I hope you do too. Keep going. Lily there.
Oh, he's so
Good.
hot.
That's it. He's really stupid. He's taken the rope even further away. So now you've got to go even higher. Where's there a princess when you need one? And release. Okay, the next one's called a butterfly crunch. But you need to put your feet together and drop your feet either side. Hands by the side of your head. And you're going to crunch up and down, lift and lower. And this is really good for working the lower tummy muscles and also the outside. Lift and down. That's it. Same principle with the arms behind the head, not bringing them forward and not bringing your neck down. But try and lengthen the spine. So you're trying to crunch here, and as you go down, try and lengthen it. Squeeze and lengthen. Squeeze and lengthen. Really trying to crunch this area here. That's it. Good. And if you don't like this one, just go back to the normal crunch position we did at the beginning. Lift and down. That's it. Go on, Amanda. A little bit higher. To make it a bit more effective and to burn a little bit more, come up just an inch higher on the last sort of 10 seconds or so. Squeeze and really try and put that lower tummy and those lower back muscles into the floor. Nearly there. Good stuff. Come on, nearly there. A little bit more. And release. Okay, we're going to go back to what we did at the beginning with a normal crunch position, but we're going to use a different tempos and pulses to make it harder. Hands by the side of your head. Now you're going to crunch up and do 3 pulses at the top and then come back down. So 3, 2, 1 and down. 3, 2, 1 and down. And again, it doesn't matter if you do it in time with the music, but try and go a little bit higher each time. Imagine I've got a piece of string and I'm just getting you to come a bit higher each time. Lift. That's it. Good. Now, as you go into the second half of this exercise, you can actually pulse continually. So you come to the top, and then you literally keep pulsing right at the top. Good. This is where it's going to really start to hurt. She's still smiling. Nearly there. Go on. Keep it going. And if that's too much, go back, and then do your 3 pulses, or even your normal tempo ones going up and down. Good. Burn, baby, burn.
It's burning.
That's it, we're nearly there. Just a couple more.
Think about that tummy.
Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same thing now, but lifting the toes off the floor. So 3 crunches at the top. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3. So we're just doing what we did earlier, but making it harder. If you don't like the pulses, take them out and just lift and lower, lift and lower. So to make it harder, try and come a bit higher each time. Squeeze, 2, 3, and down. That's it. Good, and really focus on getting this to happen. And down. Trying to lengthen the spine as you go down. That's it. Good stuff. Okay, nearly there. And now pulse it at the top to make it harder. Right at the top. That's it, good. Last little bit. Go on, Amanda. We're nearly there. Good, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And release. Okay, so this time what I'd like you to do is keep that tabletop position. And same thing. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can put one foot down if you need to, or the other one. Or the other one. You can just do a couple each side, or do 30 seconds of each. If that's too much, just put your feet back on the floor and do a normal 3, 2, 1. But if you can, legs tabletop, dropping the feet down. And if you can, to make it even harder, she's squinting now.
Her back's going off the
Good.
ground.
What happens sometimes, Amanda was just saying her back's starting to come off the ground. That's what happens with these kind of exercises. It's what we call an open kinetic chain movement. I know that's a long word and I don't like scientific words, but because you're taking your feet off the floor, it's going to make it a bit harder for your lower back. So either bring the knees in or drop them to the floor. That's it, good. And now we're going to finish the set by taking the feet up. Last minute. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1, right the way down. Good. You did a great job, Amanda. I kind of want to tickle her, make her. There you go. Now to make this even harder, when you're about halfway through this set, you can actually start to reach up and touch your toes. Are you ready? See if you can do this. So you reach up and down, or you can alternate. 3, 2, 1, like the rope crunch that we did. Or just reach up together, squeeze, 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 and down. And if that's not enough for you, you can just continually pulse. Good. Go on, keep it going, Amanda. Nearly there, nearly there. And you can actually hover your hands over the floor for any of the pulses that we've just done. And release. Bring your knees into your chest. Relax. And then take your legs in front of you and take the arms above your head and have a really nice stretch out. You feeling okay?
Feeling great.
That's the first of the ab workouts. Well done.